Hey, this is Mark O'Keefe and welcome to this free video where I will talk about 3 strategies to ignite your stalled muscle growth while stripping fat from your six-pack at the same time. So who am I and why listen to me? Well, I've been strength training for the past 10 years. I've been involved in high intensity circuit training and bodybuilding programs during this time. I have a lot of knowledge in cardiovascular and strength training. I've studied the muscular system and I practice techniques to push myself forward year after year, and I would like to share the information I know with you. Today I will give you 3 important tips towards achieving your goals and getting the six-pack abs that you want. So, do you believe that you must choose between building muscle or losing fat? Do you ever stop to ask where that idea might come from? Would you believe me if I told you that's absolutely BS, and that the right training and nutrition strategies will actually force your body to burn fat and use it for the fuel that drives your muscle building process? Although it may go against everything you've heard or believed about changing your body composition, I'm here to tell you that there's absolutely no scientific reason why you can't do both at the same time, build muscle and lose fat. However, unless you apply a few key strategies which you'll discover below, I admit that it can be very difficult to do, which is why it has often been referred to as the holy grail of fitness. Once you master these 2 elite level workout strategies and 1 nutrition trick that everyone is ignoring, you'll know how to force your body into hypergrowth mode while you strip fat off your six-pack. Okay, strategy number 1. Don't worry about how much weight is on the bar. What I'm about to reveal to you may seem simple, but it's brutally effective for building slabs of new muscle. Yet almost no one is using it because of 2 things. It requires you to drastically reduce the amount of time between sets during the workout, and it hurts. The method I'm talking about is called max density, and if you truly want to grow, you're going to have to get over your ego and man up. Too many guys want to build their muscles but train with their ego. Using proper hypertrophy training means less rest and more work. I'm talking 30 to 40 second breaks between sets. The exact opposite of what most people are doing in between sets when they're chatting about some girl in the club with their gym buddies and resting for 5 minutes. Quite simply, max density requires you to do the same volume of work, sets and reps, in a fraction of the time. Bottom line, more work in less time. That is how adaptation happens, everyone. Not trying to add an extra 5 pounds to your bench press. So how does this build more muscle? First of all, you're not leaving your muscles adequate time to recover. That means your body will figure out a way to recruit more motor neurons and muscle fibers to get the job done. You're also making sure that all those potentially signaling hormones stick around and accumulate in the muscle, as opposed to letting them flow out after each set. It turns out many muscle fibers stay dormant because you never give them a good reason to wake up. Recruiting new dormant muscle fibers means exploding new growth of your slow to grow muscles, 30 to 40% new growth. This can be achieved by less rest periods. Next, density training massively improves your muscular endurance and cardiovascular conditioning. That means fantastic pumps. That kind of cell swelling is directly correlated with a growth stimulus that is now known to drive muscle building. Improved conditioning and metabolic stress of high density training means your muscles will become superstars at the efficient use of nutrients, aka insulin sensitivity. In other words, they will gobble up everything you stuff in your face, which means more muscle and 0 to no fat storage. In fact, this type of training drives up mitochondrial function and often forces your muscles to tap into your fat stores to fuel recovery in the hours and days after each density style workout. That means you lose fat while building brand new muscle. Okay, we're to strategy number 2. Stop eating carbs when the experts say to. You may have heard that the best time to eat carbs is in the morning, when you're more carb sensitive, and if you believe it, I don't blame you. The gurus seem to make a good case, except they fail to understand a very important detail about carb sensitivity, and that missing information will make you small, soft and fat. You see, it's true that your cells are more carb sensitive in the morning, meaning they absorb carbs more easily. However, what you have to understand is that both your muscle cells and your fat cells are more carb sensitive in the morning, and your fat cells are 4 times more sensitive to insulin at that time. Now get this, throughout the day your carb sensitivity is going to naturally decline in all your cells, yet you can actually trick your muscle cells into regaining their carb sensitivity. And all it takes is a good workout. All you need to know is that you must concentrate your consumption of carbs on the period after your workouts if you want to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. The key is really just being smart and learning how to adjust your carbs around the level of your leanness and your end goals. Okay, we're on to the final strategy number 3. Do not fear the burn. Most people run from the burn. I want you to chase it. For most average gym goers, the burn starts and they stop. Such a metaphor for life. Things get difficult and people run and hide, or even rest. If you want to be successful at anything in life, the gym included, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, period. I say chase that burn down and get acquainted. The better you get at pushing yourself past the part of exercise that starts to get uncomfortable, the better your results will be. Lactic acid, otherwise known as the burn, is a byproduct of cellular energy production. You work, it happens. The more you work, the more lactic acid gets produced. High levels of blood lactate are very highly correlated with increased metabolic upregulation and growth hormone secretion in the body. And if you didn't know, higher levels of growth hormone mean more fat burning in your body. Boom! You grow bigger and leaner at the same time. As you can probably see by now, in order to efficiently build the body you desire, you must understand how to strategically combine scientifically optimal nutrition strategies with the three of these important growth factors. I really enjoyed putting together this special report for you, and I hope you picked up some new insights and action steps. Remember, knowledge isn't knowledge unless you act on it and have something to show for it. I strongly encourage you to take immediate decisive action on your 3 new strategies, which are vital steps to your goals. Focus on taking action on at least one strategy and you will see your muscles double in a few short weeks or a month, not years. As you begin to incorporate all the strategies, you will see new muscle size and strength increases, and you will see your physique transforming pretty quickly. If you would like to discover the exact steps how I stay in shape all year round without the hassle of watching what I eat or doing intense cardio sessions, then go and click the button below. The great thing about this program is that it's all downloadable videos you can learn at your own pace and time. I know from experience the majority of people hire personal trainers for hundreds if not thousands of dollars to have them shout in your ear and make you feel under intense pressure to get in shape. Also being made to starve yourself on a diet which you find incapable of following. This does more harm than good, and people end up quitting altogether after a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening to this video all the way to the end. If you are serious this year about getting and staying in shape for the rest of your life, then I think you've come to the right place. There is an easier and much better and cheaper option out there to build muscle while losing unwanted fat. If you would like the exact steps I use to help me get in shape, then please click the button below. Have a nice day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.